Hey everybody, it's Kristin Korn here, your creative entrepreneur and educator from Life with Purpose by Kristin Korn. All right, so today I am super excited to talk with you about visual identity and why, without a consistent brand presence, your business is going to lose all credibility. Okay, so I'm going to dive in here. First, I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I really want you to think and bank the answers in your head as I go through these with you. All right, so how do you feel about people in your life who are not consistent? How do you feel about a business or institution that treats you in an inconsistent manner? Okay, so I know you're coming up with a few of these in your head. So don't you feel like you can't rely on them? Like they're so inconsistent. You can't trust them to behave in a certain way because they're like all over the place. I know that you know some people, brands, and businesses like that. And this same kind of trust gained with consistent behaviors is exactly why having a consistent visual identity for your brand is important. Remember, you are your brand. You don't want your readers or prospects or buyers to feel that way about you, so don't give them a reason to. So brand identity, or I like to call it visual language, it's the tangible part of your brand and it appeals to the senses. So brand identity that's the part of your brand that you can see. So that fuels recognition, it amplifies differentiation. So therefore, as a creative, you guys, this is my favorite part of building a branding strategy. So everything you can see, that visual language is brand identity. So there's a lot of elements that make up your brand identity. So many think of a logo. Yes, that's part of your brand identity. You have the color palette, your colors, your hues. You have the typefaces, which are your fonts that you're using on web pages and blogs and logos. You have different type treatments of if it's sans serif or using lines or different elements that you're using in your graphics. You have your consistent style and filter for images. You have graphic elements, web and digital design, packaging, print design. You guys, it goes on and on, but all of these things make up your brand identity. So as a creative designer who works with entrepreneurs looking to increase their brand visibility and influence, my goal is to find specific points that tell your story and engage people with who you are in a familiar and intentional way. So that means ensuring every time you as an entrepreneur are showing up online, in email boxes, etc., your brand identity is consistent in appearance, use, size, image, color, feel, etc., everything. The key here is consistency. So consistency allows your audience to build a memory bank and structure around who you are and what value you have to offer. Brand identity takes all those above mentioned unique elements and unifies them into an entirely whole system. So your logo alone, that's not your brand identity. But yes, it's part of your brand identity. So as a creative designer, I don't design brands for people, but I design your brand identity with your help and direction. So my job is to create a desired perception for your brand by using all these visual languages. So you want your website to look the same as your landing pages that I talked about last week for your bio link. You want your Facebook page to look the same as your Instagram feed. You want your Pinterest profile to look the same as your blog. So without this consistency, unconsciously, your buyer will feel there's a disconnect between what you're telling them and what you're selling them. So you want to make all the transitions that you send them on seamlessly. So when you take your readers, let's say from your Instagram account to a blog post, then to a free download, where you grab their email in return. Like, you want to keep the look and feel identical because they trust you. They will trust you for that. If you guys are doing different colors here, like, your readers are going to notice that site and what you're doing is very inconsistent, and they will feel that you are inconsistent, and thus your brand and business are inconsistent, and that's what we do not want. So if you want to stand out as a credible personal brand and business, you want to have a strong and consistent brand identity. So for help with this, I have an entire module including 3 learning lessons inside my Branding for Beginners Blueprint course to help you determine your brand identity. So inside this particular module, you choose your brand colors based on your personality and lifestyle. You choose your brand fonts with, of course, my help, and determine your tagline and your mission of your brand. So these are just the brand identity elements that will ensure every time that you show up online and anywhere your prospects are, that you're consistent in appearance and feel. So for more information on enhancing your brand and saving time doing it, I invite you to join me inside my Branding for Beginners Blueprint course. It is now open, so you too can have a powerful, attractive, consistent, and visible personal brand. So if you're interested, head to mybrandingcourse.com. You can also, at the top of the page, snag a seat at an upcoming free masterclass live stream that I have going on right now. And if you have any questions about visual identity or personal branding, please do not hesitate to DM me or comment below. But you guys, as always, be sure to follow me on this Kristin Korn social media channel, my website, kristinkorn.com. You can subscribe to my business and branding email list and check out my free downloads. So if there's any aspect of brand marketing and business that I can help you with, I would love to hear from you, especially in the area of empowerment, self-confidence, and sharing your voice. Again, the website for more information on joining the course is mybrandingcourse.com. And when you act now before the end of the month, you'll get a bonus caption workbook. So all the details are on the site. Give me a hands up below if you need help with your consistent visual language. I would be happy to be the one to help you. All right, you guys, have a fantastic week. Thanks.